1969, we could send people to the moon with 4 kilobytes of RAM. 2025, a cloud outage means my smart bed won't cool down. Unleash the animal in you. The animal in me. Let's be real. This is the animal in most of us because this is what we want to be. This is what I aspire to be. This is who I aspire to be just like. I want to be the satisfied fat piggy in the corner of the house with not a care in the world other than where their slop is coming from next, or when it's coming next. Of course, I don't mean slop as in the term we use for basically any videos we don't like here on YouTube anymore. No. I mean my good, delicious slop that keeps me fed, physically speaking, not entertainment-wise. Gimme. Why does Amazon tell me only 2 left in stock, order soon? You order soon. You're the store. Oh, you're a people pleaser? Name 3 people that are pleased with you. Ooh, no, you got me there. I do tend to be a people pleaser, but it doesn't work. No one's pleased with my ass, that's for sure. Like, no one. Everyone is genuinely upset with me at all times, I think, at this point. I want to record an audiobook that's 8 hours of breathing and page turning. Then just, oh, you mean out loud, right at the end. That's someone's kink. Look, I'm just saying that someone would really like that. There'd be at least one guy out there that will pay you an undisclosed amount of money to make that happen. It's up to you, Raw Sauce, who is now apparently a private account. But that is a fun idea. I think we should do that. We'll do a Christmas charity, a live stream here on EmKay, and that's what we'll do. It'll just be us, again, like we've done in past live streams, breathing heavily and giggling at memes and then not actually reading any of them to you. I'm gay and my husband's bi, and there's nothing he loves more than when people ask if he's gay and he gets to say, I'm not gay, but my husband is. You live for something like that. I just tell people I'm half gay all the time. Actually, someone did get mad at me once for saying that. I don't know why. Stay mad, I suppose. A mattress company called 8 Sleep went offline during the Amazon Web Services outage yesterday, leaving customers unable to use their beds. What do you mean, bro? Just sleep on it. See, that's a good point, Steve. That is a good point. However, if your bed is stuck in a upright, well, not fully upright position like that, if it's stuck in that position, I'm sorry, I'm a side sleeper. I don't know a single person who sleeps flat on their back. I know some people that sleep on their stomach sometimes, but not really comfy for that if you're a side sleeper at all. So I'd have to figure something else out. I'd have to sleep on the floor. This, if it hasn't hit you yet, is why smart everything is garbage and trash, and it is slowly eroding so much of our lives. It's cool, fun gimmicks right up until you can't turn your lights off because Amazon went down and now your smart bulb won't connect and all this stupid shit because nothing can work off of just Wi-Fi anymore. Oh no, it needs to be connected to the wide area network. It needs to be connected to the internet in order to function, which is batshit insane. But then again, it's all in the name of wiretapping you and stealing your data and blah, 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 blah. I don't know what this company needs your sleeping data for. Not how often you sleep or how long you sleep or anything. They just want to know what position you're sleeping in, and they're going to use it for something. I just don't know what. But it's insane that that's where we are. My friend/kidney recipient is doing very well, but noticed she was going to the bathroom at night a lot. She asked her doctors, and it turns out her new kidney is still operating on my schedule. How does that even work? A bio memory? All right, so you got to log into your other kidney and click log out on all other devices. The button is up in the top right, and you go settings, security, and activate 2-factor authentication while you're at it. I'm never leaving. Well, now that the algorithm of Twitter is officially being replaced entirely by Grok, I think we're all going to be leaving soon. Thought they'd be bigger, to be honest. This is honestly so embarrassing. Now, is he that small because he was suddenly yoinked from the bottom of the ocean? Are they actually a little bit bigger? You know what? Hold on a second. We're going to anglerfish size. Let's take a look here. So some can reach up to 4 feet in length. So that's pretty big, okay? But it looks like the average seems to be between 8 to 16 inches or 20 to 40 centimeters long. So that is sizable, That guy is really tiny, though. That dude looks like he's 4 or 5 inches long, tops, based on the hand that he is in, okay? But overall, they're definitely larger than this image likes to let on. They've gotta be. Can y'all please tell me the lore behind your profile pictures? Gave my 3-year-old son a digital camera, and this is one of the first photos he took. And it's a cool photo. I did actually scroll past this tweet on my own recently, and I gotta say, yeah, I like it. I think it's cool, especially knowing that it was taken by your son at 3 years old. That's awesome. You're never allowed to change it. Actually, okay, addendum, asterisk, whatever you want to call it. You can change your photo, but again, it has to be photos he takes exclusively from here on out. So as he grows up, if he keeps taking photos and gets better at it, you get better and better looking profile photos that are still very meaningful, right? See, we're smart. One of my clearest memories of my grandfather is when he beat me in chess and I cried because I was a sore loser. And he said, okay, I'll play you left-handed. And then I won, and it took me until like last week to realize he was a clown bastard. Okay. I really like clown bastard. That's awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's all I can really say. We all need someone like this grandfather in our lives. A clown bastard. We all deserve at least one. I ordered a chicken salad and look at this shit. Some people hit the jackpot and still find something to complain about. I'm gonna be honest with you, that does just look like a bowl of chicken. I feel like I could see some salad beneath it. Some, okay? But you guys are allowed to just eat chicken. You don't have to hide it behind salad or anything like that. Trust me, you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that. If you want to eat a bowl of chicken, you eat a bowl of chicken. That's okay. We're allowed to do whatever we want to do within our budgets, within our means. You know what I mean? So go for it. Hell, you want to be a psycho? You fill that sucker with milk. Now you got chicken cereal. You go for it, dude. You go for it. You've earned it. I need more dynamics like this in media. The dumb one, even dumber than me. Then the main character. I see, even with glasses, it's too small for me. The main character, dumb. The smart one, actually also dumb. You want Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, that is the perfect trio dynamic, okay? Dumb, dumb, and dumber. That's really all you need, okay? It's like if Mike and Zach over on Pymations added the landlord character as a permanent third character. You have dumb and dumber with Mike, and the landlord, me, Robin, and then Zach is the kinda smart one. It's Alvin and the Chipmunks, dude. It's a perfect trio. What the hell was she going through? I'll cry if I want to. It's my party. Cry me a river. Cry. Just let me cry. Cry and you cry alone. No more tears. Judy's turn to cry. I understand. I would. Misty, what kind of fool am I? This seems like an album that I'd give one listen to. I'll give it a listen. See how it is. It seems like it's a bit of a downer, but you know how artists are. They gotta let that shit out sometimes, and I'm not blaming them for that. That's totally normal in my opinion. In my humble opinion, DVD special features were really important to me years old. But you're 28 years old? Like, what do you... I have gotten... I'm not annoyed. I do find it funny. I find it really funny when people go, I remember what VHS tapes were. Yeah, I'm 29 years old. You're old, but are you, I owned a Wii old? Yes, I am 24 years old. What do you mean, man? In hindsight, I can't fault kids for thinking 67 or 6'7" is funny. We memed the letter E for like a solid couple months at one point, which is true. I have always been a big proponent of, while you don't understand the humor that's going on right now because you are, you've aged out of it, you're moving on, you're doing different things, your humor was just as stupid. It was, and there's nothing wrong with that. I grew up in the era of E and the Rage comics, or whatever the hell they were called, Trololo, all that stupid shit. Hell, the very first exposure to an actual meme I ever had was as a small child when my aunt bought a book called I Can Has Cheeseburger. You guys remember that motherfucker? You remember I Can Has Cheeseburger? You remember the Chuck Norris jokes, the Mr. T jokes? My first exposure to memes were when they started getting published in books, okay? Like proper, right? So that shit was stupid. It really was. But there's nothing wrong with it being a little dumb. New rule: never trust how you feel about your life past 9 p.m. I genuinely think this image has saved lives. Probably. When you start like sitting in the dark, you start reminiscing. Sometimes it's good reminiscing, but it's very easy to fall into the trap of, Fight Club was booed when it premiered at the 1999 Venice Film Festival. Edward Norton remembers it got booed hard, and organizers walked out. During the backlash, Brad Pitt turned to Norton and said, "That's the best movie I'm ever going to be in." When it comes to boos and cheers at film festivals, there's a really, really weird relationship with them, Getting booed at like Cannes, isn't that like actually awesome? Don't you want to get booed at Cannes or something like that? You've seen headlines about movies getting 10, 15, 20-minute standing ovations, right? And the longer, obviously, the better. So if you get a 5-minute standing ovation, your movie kind of sucked. it. They didn't really like it. But if it gets an 18-minute standing ovation, beautiful. However, if you get booed, I don't know, dude. It's kind of like Fire Walk with Me from David Lynch and Mark Frost. That premiered at Cannes, and that got booed, right? Booed. So film festivals apparently have a very weird relationship with cheering and booing and whatnot. It's very, very odd, and I can't wait to experience it firsthand when Sundance, the film festival here in the US, moves over to Boulder, Colorado, because I'll actually get the chance to go to it. Oh no, it's Shea Farilla's. Funniest thing you can do in a TV show is a flashback for a bald character where they have full insane hair. Yeah, that's a perfect example right there, because that hair is wild. How fast did Squidward go bald? It must have been like a week, it all just fell out. A $600 toilet sensor that scans your waist for health insights has been announced. Kohler's Dakota also has a fingerprint scanner to differentiate between users. Mom, the toilet won't flush because Amazon Web Service is down. Yeah, exactly, okay? And you know what the worst part about this $600 toilet sensor is? That scans your poo and your pee to maybe invent something? You know what? This is the type of device that will give you hypochondria. I'm just saying, do not buy it. But the worst part about it, besides being a smart device, is that it comes with a monthly fee. So you spend $600+ on your poo machine, on your little poo laser, and you have to pay for it forever if you would like to keep using it forever. No, that is utterly fucking insane. Chat, rate my Steam library 1 to 10. You have 7 games: Call of Duty Black Ops 3, yikes, Detroit Become Human, EA Sports FC 25, Grand Theft Auto 5 Enhanced, Grand Theft Auto 5 Legacy, and Until Dawn. You have 2 Grand Theft Auto 5s in this library. That is amazing. And come on, Black Ops 3? Motherfucker. What does anybody give a shit about Black Ops 1? The best Call of Duty they ever made? Bro got the video games just aren't good anymore starter pack. Yeah. There are a lot of people out there that only play this list right here. What a lot of people will play, and it wouldn't surprise. I'm not to say anything about Nathan. I don't know who he is. I'm just making a joke. But this is the type of motherfucker right here that's like, ugh, woke. Probably not. Again, I don't know. But I see a library like this, and I would probably assume, unfairly mind you, that a female protagonist in the game is going to make this guy go, ugh, politics. Ozzy Osbourne had 2 bottles of vodka and then sang for 3 hours every other night for 3 decades. Broke a rule by eating a snack bar before bed. It completely messed up my glucose and I woke up feeling ill. Won't do that again. I get the joke. It is that guy. I will say, based on what I knew about him, his insane reputation, the age he made it to, mind-blowing. And it does make me wonder, if he was like perfectly sober and healthy for his entire life, do you think he would have lived to be like 140 years old? Some of these guys, it genuinely makes you wonder, right? Like, you took a lot of hours off of your life by seriously drinking and doing drugs like every goddamn night for 30, 40 years. Just imagine where you'd be now. Like David Lynch, for instance. He died at 78 years old back in February, right? And he said he had been smoking since he was 8. He smoked daily for like 70 years. And while the last couple years of his life were not great, because he said he couldn't even really walk anymore due to how hard it was for him to breathe, as he said, that was the price to pay. Like, can you imagine if he never started smoking? Would he have not made it to 200 years old? I mean, seriously. Hate when a job asks you to set goals. My only goal is to remain employed so that I can continue to pay for my living expenses while finding fulfillment in the areas of my life unrelated to a day job. I just hate companies in general that know they're not anybody's first choice. Walmart, no one wants to work for you as a stalker forever. Target, same deal. Kmart, you're out of business. No one wants to be there with you. I mean, I totally get and respect someone that likes it, right? I know people that work in Amazon warehouses, they're fucking dream. They love what they do. Genuinely, they do exist, and it's a real thing. But I do hate companies that have jobs that are designed that, like, they need to get done, they will pay your bills. They won't here in the United States, but that's the idea, right? And they still try to, like, push this idea of, we're not a workplace, we're a family. Yeah, this is where you make a career out of this. Like, I know you want to reduce turnover, but you are nothing to me. stocking the dairy section for the next 40 years of my life, I'd rather just die now, you know? And that's not arrogance. That's my preference, you know? But I just really hate that companies are still doing this to people. You know what you are. Just give me the f***ing job. Did I ever show this text interaction with my grandmother? Oh my, he has a headache. Honestly, she's read that image correctly. More correctly than anyone else, mind you. Sorry, I just smacked my goddamn hand on my desk. That was awesome. My architecture teacher slowly realizing that my work is a 1 to 200 replica of his second family's house. I need a 130% score to pass. It feels like a good 30% of memes these days are genuinely compelling story hooks that you could build an entire show off of. Really? I mean, I guess I'd give this show a try. Yeah, I mean, I'll try anything, dude. Every YouTube analog horror series is just the same shit. It'll be called something like The Scrimblow Files, and every jump scare is something like this. Back in, 2021? Absolutely, yeah. There are a few analog horror series that are genuinely peak. You know, I think the first ones that came out were amazing. When it comes to analog horror specifically, I would say Local 58's the best that's ever done it and the best that will ever do it. In my opinion, they are the best, genuinely. Even they sort of, because they started a lot of the tropes that you see now like this. I mean, I don't know if they did this specifically. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but they started a lot of shit. Okay, Local 58 was amazing and is amazing because they're not gone. Biggest inspiration I have here on YouTube at this point, actually. Now, analog horror adjacent, like say Cane Pixels, also incredible. There's a lot of low effort stuff out there, and a lot of this stuff is a trope because of how many people started to make fun of the fact that they saw it becoming a trope. So half of this crap is because someone made it as a joke to make fun of the genre as a whole. Never do this. Passing off someone else's work as your own. This grok image effect with blah, 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 blah. Hey, look, an AI artist got hurt because somebody stole his prompt. Yeah, I'm sorry. If you, regardless of what anybody says, are an AI artist, you're not, get mad that someone took your prompt, or you try to, I swear to God, if you try to gatekeep your prompts, that is the lamest shit ever. Because you are clearly afraid that someone will take what little creative input you had, almost like you're doing to every artist you've ever seen by utilizing a generative piece of software. Major cheat code in life. Be the one who reaches out. Text first, call first, plan first, initialize first. Most people wait to be chosen. Be the chooser. Connection requires initiative. Friendship requires effort. Love requires action. Stop waiting to be picked. Start picking. Initiative is attractive. That has been a very hard thing for me to come to terms with because I am a lonely, whiny baby. You know, I don't always want to go out and do things, but it does hurt that no one ever asks me. But I'm starting to realize the reason no one ever reaches out to me, aside from I have a couple people that reach out all the time and I appreciate the hell out of them, even though we never really hang out because I'm weird. I want my cake and I want to eat it too. I can't, but anyway, I digress. I have started to realize that the vast majority of us are not reaching out first. So it's mutually assured destruction, right? I am trying to be better about it. I'm not kidding. If you have a friend that you want to hang out with, don't text them. Call their phone whenever the f you want. Let it go to voicemail if they're busy. Whatever. Just seriously, give them a call. My grandma told me she found a cool show on Netflix. Turns out she's been watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Why is that weird? Grandma can enjoy whatever the f she wants, melted computer. Travis Kelce is teaming up with an activist group to invest in and revive Six Flags. Plays professional football, marries the biggest pop star in the world, and is spending his time and money on roller coasters. Are we sure he didn't find a genie when he was 11? Honestly, I'm confused about teaming up with an activist group to invest in and revive Six Flags. I'm sorry, I don't care about him reviving Six Flags. I am not a thrill rides guy. I'm a dark rides guy. So I want more Disneyland clones, fewer Six Flags. Mr. Beast, I'm giving 2 people $500,000. Me, wow, that's so generous. If they stay in prison for 100 days. Oh, is the dehumanizing part necessary? Gotta go. I'm meeting with a chemo patient to see if they'll wear a wig made out of rat fur for $100,000. The dehumanizing part is how he pays for all of it, you know, because you watch it. That's genuinely how this works. He found the perfect loop. You make a ton of money with a stupid challenge. You give somebody a cut of that money. The dehumanizing content, the reality television, pays for the next stupid dehumanizing thing that gets somebody a couple bucks. What I wish is that no matter who was involved in this, everybody involved got a hefty payday, okay? Look, even if I lose on Wheel of Fortune, I'll I'll walk away with $1,000. They'll give me $1,000, and after taxes, I'll get home with like 500, right? That is something for being there and playing a game show. I don't think he does that for everybody. If you lose, you f***ing lose, and now you were just treated like shit for a video. I feel like everybody who's a part of one of these videos should get a $10K payday after taxes minimum regardless, because he can afford it. All right, 43 years old, new girlfriend, new yacht, no kids, crypto millionaire. No such thing. Oh, the Labubu. Does it get any better than this? Mr. Nick O'Neill, choose rich, misled and embarrassed me with this post. I was paid $400 to act in some skits. I had to confirm what skits I was comfortable with. I didn't know this pic was being posted, and I didn't know the caption. He also refused to tag me after in anything. He only paid you $4? See, I would say that leads me to believe that he's not a crypto millionaire, because he could pay a lot more, but then I remembered people with infinite money will try to f*** you over on pay until the day they die, because they'll run out if they pay you a fair price, of course. I bought $250,000 worth of physical nickels. No, that's not a typo. There are tears running down my face. This website is like a parking garage full of meth addicts. Why would you do that? What are you doing with those nickels, dude? Lasagna asks the question, what if pasta were a book? Is it asking that question? Or are you really tired? Just threw an Ultra Ball at a child because I thought it was a shiny Ralph? I love Pokemon tweets. That could also be someone tweeted in the... Oh, I read it wrong. I love Pokemon tweets that could also be something someone tweeted in the Pokemon world. Only an Italian could look at a radiator and think, this would hold sauce well, and be correct. I mean, art imitates life. Taylor Swift celebrates her 13th Grammy win by announcing her new album, The Tortured Poets Department, coming April 19th. You have got to be f***ing kidding. Scyther fainted. Scyther is no longer pumped up. Sorry, man. I accidentally watched like 3 minutes of the new Smiling Friends episode in Spanish, and I didn't question everyone speaking Spanish because it just seemed like something they would do. Honest to God, yeah, especially after that one sequence where they did randomly speak Spanish, right? Fantastic. See, in my opinion, Smiling Friends is a beautiful encapsulation of like modern humor. You know, I showed my mom Smiling Friends expecting her to be like, okay, this is incredibly stupid. She enjoyed it. She didn't like understand all of it, but no one understands all of what the is going on in Smiling Friends, okay? You know, speaking of Smiling Friends, I want to voice act on that show so bad because that's like my main thing. So if the Zam boys are watching EmKay at all, hey man, I'm right here. You know, let's start a campaign to get me in Smiling Friends. I spilled my freaking JPEG compression. Oh, dude, put it back. Oh no. It's a huge injustice that Squidward is considered a bad artist in universe. Like, this guy learns all kinds of art forms, presumably mostly self-taught, and all he uses those skills for is creating artworks of himself. What a power move. He is good at what he does. Guy on my Steam friends list changed his name, so I checked up on him only to discover he's been leveling up. Ooh, what could be next? Whenever anybody uses the what if X property was anime, they just slap on stereotypical anime eyes and spiky hair, regardless of what genre the source material is. Anime Homer would realistically look like a Shin-chan, or a character or something. Don't know who that is. Is that an AI Homer though? Thanks a lot, dude. You think your life is hard? Try being stuffed with meat 24/7. What? Thinking about the time my ex demanded I see a therapist and the therapist told me to dump him. Good therapist. A shark could swim faster than me, but I could probably run faster than a shark. So, in a triathlon, it would all come down to who is the better cyclist. Cannot express how long the Trojan horse would have sat outside my city gates before I gathered the energy to go grab it. Those Greeks would have starved in there. Tom, you gotta work some shit out. My brother split up with his girlfriend and removed her from the family WhatsApp, but we all really liked her, so we created a new group with her, but without him. This has now become the main family WhatsApp. Damn, I just wouldn't talk to any of y'all anymore. Like, straight up, I'm out. Whole Foods is out here tearing families apart. No! Which one's better, though? How it feels to be a Plants vs. Zombies fan right now. Is this pea shooter X zombie ship art, or is it the zombie killing himself? I cannot tell. Oh, he's using the pea shooter to kill himself. I know it's the distraught look on his face is why it's not ship art, okay?